Have you taken a look at all at their defensive ends?
Yeah, a little bit. Obviously, we just kind of started, but they remind me a lot of just Michigan State's a little bit, just kind of blue-collar hard workers that are pretty tall and lanky and use that to their advantage.
How does that, maybe it doesn't, but does the Michigan State game affect your confidence any that you guys were able to get some things done against the #1 rushing defense?
Honestly, not really, because I mean, it's expected of us. I mean, we never go into a game doubting ourselves. I mean, what we did was what we expected to do, and I mean, honestly, we kind of fell short in some areas to what our goals were, and I mean, it is what it is. We found a way to win, and that was the best thing about it.
Where did you fall short in your eyes?
Just in the run game. I mean, obviously they had a great run defense, but I mean, obviously we wanted to be able to run the ball a little harder and get more yards on them. But I mean, extremely proud of how we played, and it's like little things. It's things that we set the goals very high for ourselves, so that when we fall short of it, it kind of irritates us a little bit.
I noticed right after the game was over, you were talking to Willikey's number 48 from Michigan State. I know you faced him at times in the game. How good of a player was he, and what was his message for you?
Just a good player. I mean, just had a good game. Like, it was good. It was the general, just like, hey, good job out there. Like, good luck with the rest of the season. I mean, he was a fun guy to go against. I mean, he was probably, I'd say, their best DN. So I mean, it's always fun to go against the best guy on the other side of the ball.
How good are the guys for Iowa this week at defensive, just their defensive line in general?
Obviously, they're really good. Iowa's, it's Iowa, so they're always going to have a good O-line, good D-line. So it's going to be like Michigan State again. I think it's going to be a hard-fought battle for just inches at a time, and it's going to be kind of an exciting game.
When you were going through your recruiting process a couple of years ago, I know that Iowa was one of the potential options. What was that process like for you, trying to decide between Nebraska and Iowa and maybe Florida State and a few other schools, and how close were you to picking them?
Honestly, it was just kind of like what I saw as the best fit for me and what was going to be the best option for me to develop as an offensive lineman. And I mean, like I said, Iowa's known for offensive linemen, D linemen, same with Nebraska. So I mean, it was really a really close call, but it was just Nebraska, the atmosphere of it, the fan base, just the people that support you here. It was a hard thing to pass up.
What's motivating you guys this week?
Same as every week. Just we want to win. I mean, we want to prove like that. We're figuring it out, and we're going to be a team that's going to be dangerous next year. I mean, obviously this season we didn't start out the way we wanted, but we're putting it together and we're putting on a strong finish, and we want to end this season right.
Is there an extra measure of desire to play well in this game based on the last two results against Iowa, 40-10 and 56-14?
I mean, always. I mean, you never really want to go into a game thinking like you obviously want it to be kind of it's Iowa, so it's going to be like I said earlier, fighting for blades of grass and just kind of a bloody nose fight. And I mean, it's all you want. I mean, it's the type of game that I really enjoy.
In a sense, so did Michigan State kind of get you prepared for that? Wasn't it that kind of game on Saturday?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, so like it was honestly a kind of blessing in disguise playing Michigan State, a team that just is going to fight for everything. They're going to work hard. They're never going to quit. I mean, like it's a great preparation for Iowa, and I mean, I think really it's going to help us be prepared for this Friday.
Having one less day to prepare this week, how are things changing in practice?
Just pretty much moved everything up a day, and then everything else has been pretty same. It's nothing really changed that much.
Matt, where do you feel like you've improved your game kind of a little bit over the last 5 weeks or so as Nebraska's had a little more success? How do you feel like maybe you've improved on that?
I just feel like I've gotten better at the little things technique-wise, like timing my strike, my set lines, just the small things that lead to big things. And I mean, I think those small changes had a big role in how I developed this year.
How's it been going for Will on scout team?
Pretty good. I mean, he seems to be handling his own. He's doing a good job over there. So I mean, I think he's thriving a little bit, getting used to playing some Big Ten football against some good guys.
What's it like having your little brother kind of tailing you around again?
It's unique. It's definitely a fun thing. I mean, it's it's my little brother. So like, of course, I'm pretty happy that he's here, and it's kind of cool that I can kind of watch him and see how he develops over the year, and just it's cool. It's a really cool experience for me.
Hey, I asked this question toward the end of each season. What guys on that defensive scout team have impressed you that you faced this year, or younger guys maybe didn't play a lot this year, maybe they're not on scout team, but guys that jumped out at you?
I mean, one guy that always just goes right to the first in my mind would be like Damian Jackson. I mean, that guy is an unreal motor. I mean, he'll attack everything with everything he's got. I mean, he's incredible. Chris Walker, he's the same mindset. They just they don't really have any fatigue set in. They just go like everything they got. They'll empty the gas tank. I mean, you're always going to get a good look or the best look that they can give you. So those two guys are they're awesome. They're great for what they do.
Chris just switched to defensive end. So how have you seen that transition go for him? Because I know he was on your side of the ball until this year.
Pretty good. I mean, obviously he's got to get a little bit of the techniques working on him, but I mean he's doing pretty good. He's giving us, like I said, he's doing great. He's doing great things on the scout team. He's giving us really good looks, and I mean I'm excited to see just how he further develops as his career goes on.